For Comedy Hype News, I'm K-Rob. When you think the word comedian, you normally envision someone happy-go-lucky, always smiling, and never really showing any other emotion outside of laughter. What many of us tend to forget that these men and women are just like us. They have their frustrations, their doubts and fears. Seeing a comedian acting outside of what they're known for can come off as a surprise. And Comedy Hype has now compiled the list showcasing the many different times comedians weren't always fun and games. Starting with Faizon Love, who in March of 2017, while in the Columbus, Ohio airport, will show that you should think twice on how you approach him. According to Love, the incident will be triggered after the valet attendant in the video would spit on him during an exchange of words involving the Friday star. Faizon would end up being arrested over the incident and later released on a $2,000 bond. Chris Rock's younger brother Tony Rock finds himself on a list when he decided to respond to Lavelle Crawford over criticizing his career. Back in 2017, Lavelle Crawford would talk with Vlad TV in a discussion on Chris Rock's place in comedy. The conversation would then highlight Tony Rock, who Lavelle wondered why Chris didn't have him more on Everybody Hates Chris.
If I'm calling anybody out, I'm gonna say Lavelle Crawford because he always talking shit about me in interviews, and I don't know why. I don't know what I did to this dude. Maybe I his niece or something. I don't know. But every interview is always like, yo. The last interview was I watched Everybody Hates Chris. Why Tony Rock not on it? I thought Tony was Chris' brother. Dumb. If you did your research, you would know I'm Drew. But you just want to talk about me in interviews. And the thing about it is, I don't get no points for stomping out because it's Lavelle Crawford. So nobody gonna be like, yo, that was real shit. They're gonna be like, why you beat up the fat dude? So if he could get in shape, if he get in better shape, I'm gonna wear his ass out if he get in better shape.
We're gonna wait till that. Okay.
We'll wait till that happens.
Lavelle would go on to respond to Tony during a brief interview on Sway in the Morning. Come holla at me. I'll talk to you. I ain't talking about you, nigga. Ain't no fear in my heart at all. It was my opinion that you weren't the next one. For years, we heard about the tension behind the scenes involving Monique with Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and Oprah. Well, in 2017, she would let it be known exactly how she feels. In a now viral video, Monique would get on the Apollo stage in Harlem to tell the entertainment titans to suck her dick if she had one.
No, baby, I wasn't blackballed. I was fucked up by some niggas who had no balls. And see, I know they like to say, Monique, you talk too motherfucking much. It would kill me not to say the real shit. It would kill me not to say the real shit. You are not paying me equally. You are not treating me fairly. So y'all can suck my dick if I had one.
Like some real
now, like
loving
some of us,
game?
we're not too open about having our business in the streets. And some of our favorites feel the same way. That's why in 2018, Jamie Foxx will walk out of an ESPN interview after he was questioned on the spot about his relationship with actress Katie Holmes.
I know you got a busy schedule.
Yes.
Y'all got a loaded roster. I see you wore the fresh 11s for the game tonight. How much did you prepare for this game?
I'm always prepared, man. It's a ready-made thing. All you got to do is add water, man. As soon as you pour water on me, it's crazy.
And I know you prepared because I saw pictures. Did you and Katie Holmes play basketball for Valentine's Day? Like some real loving basketball game? Uh-oh. We losing? Oh, he ready. He ready to go.
Comedian and activist Dick Gregory would be another one of our comedy favorites, who aren't always fun and games. And before his passing in 2017, Gregory became quite viral on YouTube for a series of interviews that would capture his more serious side. In particular, during a discussion with Real Black, Gregory would lose it when the interviewer implied the word hope.
Well, I hope that's true.
Ain't no hope. I don't deal in fucking hope, man. Hope. Hope you gonna pay your goddamn rent. Hope your car work. Come on, man. Ain't nothing but bullshit.
No, I'm just saying. I think a lot of black people are being brainwashed.
It ain't got nothing to do with them.
Okay.
And here, if you say I'd like to go to Paris this year, but I can't afford, you just told 75 trillion cells to see to you don't get to Paris. Huh? That's who you are. And when you find that out, huh? When you find that out, when they told me I had the worst cancer you can find, huh? I told my son, Doc, I said, don't show that to your mother, till after your sister get married. Then I gave it a report. How could they do this? I said, bitch, you better get out of here. You think I'm leaving this pussy here for your high school sweetheart? You out your mind. I ain't going nowhere. I know I'm not going nowhere. If you hope don't work. You never heard no rich, powerful motherfucker say hope.
In 1990, Arsenio Hall would show that he's not one to back down, as he would come face to face with protesters on his show, specifically a group called Queer Nation, who would interrupt Hall's taping to express their concerns on him not having enough gay guests. Hall would decide to address the matter head on and walked over to the men, and this is what he had to say.
Why don't I have any gay guests on my show? Wait, I'm sorry, why don't I have any gay guests on my show? Well, there are a lot of gay guests who really don't like to talk about their sexual preference, so we don't know whether they're gay or not. You didn't think I'd run from this, did you? This ain't Johnny. I ain't gonna run from it. I'm gonna deal with it. Who would you like me to have on my show that's gay that maybe I haven't had? Who? Gus Van Sant. I don't know Gus Van Sant, but I know Elton John. He's been here and he's rocked the house. Okay? Okay? What? When Harvey has something I'm interested in, I'll bring him on the show. But this is my show, okay? This is my show. This is my show. You understand? This is my show. This is my show, man.
And lastly, in 2016, Damon Wayans would make a return to cable TV for the series Lethal Weapon on Fox. Alongside Clayne Crawford, Wayans as Detective Murdaugh would entertain fans for 2 seasons. However, it would later be discovered that Wayans and Crawford weren't getting along in real life. Things would later be confirmed when a soundbite was released of the 2 men arguing with each other on set.
Handle hits better than you did yesterday, right?
Suck my
I mean, that was the biggest move I think I've ever seen. You're the biggest crybaby I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, come on, suck this.
I mean, how does it feel to only be in the game because you're
Comedians are loved for their funny perspective on society, but that doesn't mean they shouldn't be taken serious. For Comedy Hype News, I'm K-Rob.